started the record.
Sure.
Till now, what we have learned in previous session, we learned inheritance. Now today we are going to learn polymorphism. What is the polymorphism means? Poly means many. Morphism means form. One thing in many forms. That is polymorphism. In polymorphism, we have four types. One is duck typing. And other one is method overriding. Third one is method overloading. The last one is operator overloading. These four types we are going to learn. The first is duck typing. There is famous line that is a bird walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, or swims like a duck. That is a duck. One object can the behavior can be like a duck. So the bird is a duck. Let me example. Let me take an example. A class. It is my computer. In computer, I am going to define a method code. The first argument should be self. The other one is IDE. IDE is, I said, that is integrated development environment. So Spider is like a IDE. Okay. So in IDE, we are going to execute the code. So what is IDE? For that IDE, we are going to define another class, Spider. In that Spider, we have the method execute. The execute will compile our program. Running. Compiling and running. Let me create object of computer. Now I am going to call the code method. Here we need to pass the IDE object. Let's create an IDE object. So this is Spider. Now I am going to pass this object to the method. It will execute this method. So sprinting, compiling and running. If I have another IDE called PyCharm, it will also execute our program. It's an example for that. I'm going to create another object that is ID2 equals to PyCharm. I'm going to pass IDE2. This will also print compiling and running. It's the example of that type. It says whatever class, whatever object is belong, if the object contains execute method, that is an IDE. So that is that type. Okay. For method overriding, I'm going to define a class this one class A. It contains display function. I'm going to create another class B. B inherits A. In that B also I'm going to define display. The same name. If I create object of B, we call object of display, which will run this or this. Of course, this will run because we are overriding the existing method in class A, the super class. If you have the super class in a method, in the subclass, if you define this in the same name and same parameters, okay, that is a overriding. It will this will not execute. This will only execute because we are overriding it. So it is printing in B. We say some parameters. It is printing B part. Required positional argument. So we need to give the parameter for itself. The method overriding it. Okay. Sorry. The method in superclass we are defining in subclass, that is overriding. The same name. Okay. Another one is method overloading. Method overloading is not available in Python, but let me clear that what is method overloading means. We have a function in like this sample. Let's define it in a class. Okay. We have a function called display. We'll take only one argument, that is self, that is mandatory. So it is printing something. So this is the one operation. If we call display, it will do print something. Okay. In other languages, the method overloading is available. How it looks like? Method overloading means we can define one or more functions with the same name but different parameters. Okay. So this is another function. You see, it is giving me error because redefining the display. Because Python doesn't support the method overloading, but in other languages it has like same name but without different parameters. Like here will not take any parameters, but here we are taking a parameter. Okay, this is the method overloading. Yes, in Java also it's available with the same name and different parameters. That is method overloading. But also Python support this. That is a number of parameters it can take with the args. It's the variable length argument. Okay, method overloading is not available in Python, but variable length argument is available. Can take multiple arguments without defining it. Okay. Last one is operator overloading. Let's take a equal to 5 and b is equal to 10. If I print a plus b, the answer would be 15. Okay. So the operator plus will add the two values 5 and 10. This is the operation of plus operator. If I make it as 1.5, this will also work because it supports. You can add integer and float value. So this supports additional operator. Like before I said, you are not assigning 1.5 to A, you are just creating an object. So A is an object and B is an object. So both object supports plus operation. Okay. If I make B as a string, so this is a string. Okay. What happened if I add 5 and a string? So it is giving me error like unsupported operand type for plus int and str. So integer object and str object doesn't support plus operator. Okay. Let's take our example. I'm going to create like my customized integer function, integer class. Okay, integer define it. So I'm going to create a constructor here. It will take one argument, that is value. I'm going to store this value in instant variable. So self dot value equal to value. We'll store this value into instant variables. So every object, the value will change. I'm going to create my object. let's say a is equal to integer. In integer, I'm going to pass something. Okay. Okay. So this is an object, and I'm going to make another object b is equal to integer of 5. Let's add these two values. So a plus b. My class also doesn't support integer and integer assignment. Okay. If you see in the int class, this is the int class available in Python, the default integer class. See in this, we have something special methods available here, like abs, add, and bool, seal, ge. Ge means greater than equal to, gt means greater than. These are the operator methods. I'm going to define a method underscore add. This function, this method will take two value. One is one object and other one is other object. Two objects. Okay. If you say object A plus object B, it will call the method in object A, that is add. The plus operator will call add method, underscore add method. So in here we take two parameters, one is A and other one is B, that is self and other. So this two value has the value, that is self dot value. So we need to print self dot value plus other dot value. So this also a object, okay, object of integer. It's a type also integer. So we can add this other dot value. That's it. To run this. Sorry, we need to return this. No need to print it. Need to return it. So it is now it is giving me 15. So behind the integer class, we are defining a function, method as underscore add. So subtraction, we have another method like sub. This sub. So this is subtraction, and for multiplication we have mul, mul. Next, the special methods are the operators types, less than and less than equal to. Now I am going to get the subtraction f underscore sub underscore. This also takes two parameters. One is self and other object. So it will return you the subtraction value minus other dot value. If I print a minus b, this will also give me 5. It is give me 5. To check the type of a and b, so this belongs to integer class, that my class. The integer is my class, so it is belongs to my class. So two objects. If I add the two objects, it will call the method called add. This will take two parameters, one is self and the other object. Every object has the value. It's the instant variable, I define it. So we can call the inside method inside a method. So self dot value and other dot value. Other also an object belongs to integer class. So other dot value. For subtraction we have underscore underscore sub. For multiplication we have underscore underscore mul. Behind the scene it is calling the method. Okay. Multiply by other dot value. If I multiply A and B, this give me 50. For dividing we have underscore underscore div. Give. So divide A and B. See what is the method. Give more. Which function? Not it is not supporting divide. Supporting module and if I print A and B, A comma B, so it is printing me memory address, object memory address only. It is not printing the value. So behind the scene, if you print some value, print some object, this will call a method, special method is underscore underscore str. It will return the value. Now if we print A and B, This will print the value 10 and so we need to convert this into str because it supports str only. So now 10 and 5. It is printing 10 and 5. Okay. If you print some value, it will call str method. Okay. Every operand has a method. If I use print a less than b, will call def underscore lt less than self comma other. Then you need to return true or false. Self dot value less than other dot value. It will give you true or false. So that is false. 10 is less than 5. No, that is false. Okay, it is giving me false. So like that we have more methods in it, like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Every operator we have a method. So that is everything that is an object. A and B also an object. Okay, that is operator overloading. Now we will see database connectivity. Say database. We have a number of database RDBMS like SQLite, MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL 2019. We have more databases, but if you need to connect a database with your program, you need a connector. Every database has different connectors. The connector for SQLite. SQLite is a database like lightweight database SQLite in Python. It has inbuilt module that is SQLite 3. So SQLite 3, that is inbuilt module. You can just import it. No need to install it from internet. If you want to connect with MySQL or some other database, you need to install the connector. But for SQLite, the Python has the module. Just we can import it. SQLite 3 version 3. If I run this, it will import. See, this is successfully imported. So for file reading writing, we followed three methods. One is opening the file and reading writing operations, and we need to close the file. Like that also in database also we need to open the data, connect the database, and we can execute queries, and we need to close the SQLite. Sorry, database. To connect the database, we need a database. It's an object. The SQLite will give you the object. SQLite. The tree dot connect. We have a third call connect. You need to pass the database name. Say sample.pp. If you don't have the database in that file, it will create a new database for you. See in this, we have a database. Yes, here, sample.db. So this is empty database. For executing queries, we need a cursor. Cursor will execute the query in the database. Cursor equal to database dot cursor. It will return the cursor method. In that cursor method, cursor object, we have a method called execute. This execute will execute the query what we are giving. Like select start from some table. We don't have any table here. Let's create a table for the SQLite Studio. Now create a table. Table name is I'm going to create student table. Need a column name that is std name, student name. Data type will be character of 20. And I'm going to create another column std student number. Data type is integer, that is primary key, and you not null. If you define primary key, you need to define not null as well. And I'm going to create another column which is mark. Mark can be decimal. Now create the data. We'll create a student table. So the student table is created. Now we can insert a values here. Now commit the changes. Now if I run select start from student table, it will execute this query, and to fetch the values from the database, we have fetch all in the cursor method. In cursor object, we have a method called fetch all. Fetch all will fetch all the data. So we have 101 uniform 400. So that's we are inserted. Check changes. And if I run one more time, it has two values. Not one if on 400, 102 up to 450. So that's how you can connect the database and you can fetch the data from the database. What if I insert from this? I can also insert the data from this execute method. You can write query to insert values. Insert student values 103. Insert into tables. Insert into student. Insert into the table student. Values are 103, Kabir 410. If I insert, you need to commit the changes. We have method called commit. This will save all the changes you made. We go and see. So the 103 Kabir 410 is inserted. From this program, you can also insert values into the table also. Okay, that's how you can uh, connect the database and create the cursor object and execute the queries and commit the changes. So that we need to close the database. Close. Okay. That's the steps you need to follow. See a problem statement. It is you need to ask the user to give the values, this and these three values, and you need to continuously insert the values into the database. So how we can do? First we need to import our SQLite and connect the database, create the cursor object. From this, commit the changes and close. This step we are going to do differently. Like OPT equal to yes. Whenever the option is yes, just continue. While OPT equal to yes. So when the user say no, the loop will break out. So if now that is yes, so this will come into the loop. Now we need to ask the student std number equal to, so that is integer. No, you need to convert that into integer because the input will give you the form in the form of string. We need to convert that into integer. The student number and student name. The student name std r. So the user will give you student name, student number, student name, and student mark. We need to insert these three values to the table, student table. Okay. First, we need to write a query for that. Query equal to, I'm going to write this in multiple lines. For multiple line, you can use three codes. First, insert into student values we have one more method, that is formatting it. In string, we can also insert some values inside the string using a function called format. So first value, this square curly brackets uses for inserting the values. So first value would be the student number, and the second value is the student name. Third value is the student mark. In student name, we need to give under the quotes. Okay. For that, we have a escape character, which is slash quotes. So escape character. This and this escape character. In the format, you need to give three arguments: one, student number, and two, that is student name; three, student mark. So this will be insert the values into the curly brackets. So we need to execute the query using the cursor object, cursor dot execute. That execute, we need to pass the query. So it will execute the query, and we need to commit the changes. If I run this, it is asking, first I will remove all this. Now I'm going to enter student number 1 of 1, name is form, child 400. So it is inserted. So that is inserted. Now again, I forgot to ask the user if you need to continue or not. Do you want to continue or not? If the user say yes, it will come to the, so the OPT becomes yes. So OPT equal to yes, and it will execute all this. If I say no, OPT becomes no. So no equal yes, no. That will break up the loop. Okay, so one or two. So it's asking me, do you want to continue? So I'm going to continue yes. Student number, student name, and student mark. It's asking me one more time, do you want to continue? If you say no, it will break up the loop. If I refresh it, you can see three values are inserted. We write a program to insert the values continuously. So we can end this session today. Any doubts in this, you can ask.
Can you show the last page one more time? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.